This is Dara, and I'm going to show you how to do this Celtic knot here that I did by watching a YouTube video, and she was using pen and ink, and she was using lined paper and dots to create this Celtic design. I practiced it a couple times, and then I did it in henna on myself here. The stain isn't as dark as it will get because I just did this last night, but I really liked it, and I wanted to share how I do it in henna, if it's helpful to anyone. I do have a little bit of a different way to explain it. It could be helpful, or it could just confuse you. I'm no way am I a pro. I just wanted to share this with you. So let's get started. We're going to start by doing the border, and we're going to make dots. And so we're going to equally space 5 dots, as equal as you can, you know. I'm a believer that it doesn't have to be perfect, and you can really fix things up in the end if it's not perfect. Or you can fix it while you're doing it, like this. I'm using laminate to practice on, and here I'm going to make them a little bit more spread apart, 4 dots down, okay? And now you're going to fill in the rest of the rectangle using, in your head, the imaginary lines going straight across, and making sure to the best of your ability that the dots are lining up to create this rectangle. Now what you're going to do is you're going to imagine this to be a square, and you're going to put a dot in the center. And then you're going to continue to put dots all the way across, like so. Okay, the next thing you're going to do once you finish doing all these dots, now you really have the base that's going to help you create the Celtic knot design. So now I'm going to use a pull and drag technique to just outline the border of this design, kind of box it in, per se, like so. Okay, now the design is ready to get filled in with the knot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start here at this dot. Hopefully you can see that dot fairly well. And what I'm going to do with this dot is a candy cane is the best way for me to describe it. I'm going to wrap around this dot, staying on the inside, and loop down to the next dot like so. Then I'm going to create this other side by just making a straight line. Once again, trying to stay on the inside of the dots, like so. And then for this part, it just comes down just a little bit, like this. Because what's going to happen here is it's going to go up to the top. It's going to go underneath this one, give you the illusion it's going underneath. Now see this dot here? Okay, so this dot I created a candy cane. This dot is also closest to the wall. So this is going to be another candy cane loop, like so. Okay? And this was a straight line, candy cane, straight line. So then these coming down here, the illusion is coming down underneath. And because none of these are close to the wall, none of these dots, then we're not doing any candy canes on that one. Okay? Now, this comes underneath, and so it creates kind of like a little triangle, per se, here. And then this dot right here has a candy cane that loops around and goes to that dot. And because we did the candy cane, we have to match it on the other side with a straight line. Okay? You can already see here the design beginning to appear. And now what we're going to do is a straight line, and this dot is closest to the wall, therefore we know It's a candy cane, not another straight line. And you might want to pull this down to make that nice little triangle shape. And then pull this down. We're making straight lines because these dots are not near the wall. So 2 straight lines. Okay. I'm going to attach that right there. Okay. Now, we know that this one, you know, it's like a weave. So this one goes underneath. That means I'm going to pull this underneath. And look right here. This one is a candy cane because it's closest to the wall down here. And then these are in the center, so they're straight. If you just do this, like I'm telling you, like 5 times, maybe less if you're really good, maybe more if you just need a little bit more practice, which there's nothing wrong with that, you really will get it down. So I suggest to practice it. So you see now, just by doing candy canes and straight lines, that we've already created this marvelous knot here. Okay. Now we have a straight line here. I'm going to work over here. Get myself confused. So this is going straight like that. This is going to have like a little triangle here. And then this one is going to wrap around like so. And then this is imaginary coming down this way like so. This one is coming underneath, going straight, and candy cane. Okay, this one, 2 straights, because none of these dots are close to the wall here. These are the ones that are close to the wall. And straight, and what's going to happen here? Candy cane. Candy cane. Notice, see how these candy canes are closest to the wall? But next to it always has to be a straight line. And then you just want to make that into a little triangle to give the illusion that that's turning around. Okay. Now, if it's helpful, you can actually turn the whole thing around to really get, you know, the working up at the top correct. Okay, great. I see my candy canes here. This is going to come straight up to the top. I'm going to create that little triangle effect here. And here we go. That candy cane's already there. So I'm going to connect some areas here. And then straight line to the top. Create that little triangle effect there. And that candy cane's already there. Straight line to the top, candy cane, and just connect that last piece. Okay, and there you have it. You have completed the knot. Oops. So the rest is really simple. We're just going to fill it in. The first thing that we're going to do is go along the outside of the border. And I like this to look like a little bit round, so I'm going to take my henna and just kind of make it look like it's a little bit round, these corners. Give it the illusion that just a little bit rounded. Okay, now what I'm going to do is we're going to go down into those triangles, back up, down, and back up, down, and back up. And then you can fix any, you know, sloppy lines. So, now, once again, down, back up, down into those triangles, and back up. And then fix any sloppy lines. Clean your tip when it gets dirty. And we're going to go down into the triangle, back up, down and back up. There you have it. One more time down here. Okay. Now you're just going to take this and basically just filling in these empty spots here. Okay, and then the Celtic knot is complete. There it is. Enjoy.